It's Frito, and I want to thank you for listening to another episode of Allen in Action. This one is a very special episode. I want to try and do as much for you as possible with this podcast. We talk to the ladies of the Chamber of Commerce every week, and what I'd like to start doing is doing some public service for you, letting you get to know some people who do some great work around the community, and they can give you very good advice. And we're going to start this week with Kim McCarty of the McCarty Group, Keller Williams Agents. And Kim is not only great at selling houses and has lots of experience, but she can also give you great advice on what to do when you think your property tax appraisal is too high and you want to protest it. So we're going to talk to Kim right now about how to go through the process of protesting your property tax appraisals. Now, here's the thing. We're recording this right now. It's May 10th. You only have until May 15th to get this done. So it's very important. I would encourage you to share this podcast with your friends and neighbors who may want to file an appeal and protest their appraisal, because Kim has some great advice here. And each and every year, the deadline is around May 15th. So if you're listening to this after this year's deadline, you can still use this advice for next year and years beyond, because it can save you a lot of money and it's nowhere near as hard as people think it may be. So here's Kim McCarty to talk to you about appealing your property tax appraisal. All right, we are here with Kim McCarty, the McCarty Group Realtors, Keller Williams.
Yes.
Collin County.
Yes.
But you'll probably go everywhere else.
Or refer people.
Okay, great. And you're a wealth of knowledge. And what I want to talk to you about today is protesting your proposed tax appraisal.
Yes, through the county, yes.
But and just on a personal level, you know, I've gotten mine, and I'll tell you what, if I could sell my house for what they appraised it for, it may be the one way that I might consider selling my house. I just don't think there's any way I could get that price.
So that's the number one question that I get. Can I really sell my house for this amount? And the answer is, it depends. You know, remember that the appraisal district doesn't go into your home. They don't know what the inside of your home looks like. Okay,
now here's the thing. And so they've appraised my house for something I think is well
Crazy
over
high,
what
right.
I can get for it.
Okay.
But they don't know. And so they've appraised it that high, and they don't know that I've got granite countertops.
Right.
And I've upgraded to wood floors.
They don't know that.
I'm assuming that's an upgrade because it cost me a fortune.
Yes. So they don't know that. So if you've not done that, then you definitely need to probably protest your taxes. So when they're looking at the recent sales in your area, they see the pictures and they see that everybody that had sold had granite, everybody that sold had wood floors. So that's how they establish that proposed value. So you would need to protest that and say to them, we don't have wood floors. We don't have granite. And that is why our house could not sell for what you have asked us to pay taxes on.
Okay, but my house does have granite. My house does have wood floors.
Right. So then I would tell you, do you have mechanical things that need to be done? Is your AC needing to be replaced? Did you have hail damage on your roof and you never fixed it? Do you have those things? And if you do, then you might be able to get them to come down a little bit for those.
Okay, great. So what's the process?
So the process is you need to file by May 15th that you plan to protest. So there is an application that you need to fill out and send in order to get that appointment to protest your taxes. Now, you can do it online until the 15th. So you need to get online and protest those taxes. What you need to know is if they reject you and they deny your request, then you can make an appointment to go in front of the appraisal review board, and you can actually bring in facts to help protest those taxes. So there's probably 3 things that you need to bring with you if you're going to protest in person. I've had several clients that have been denied online and they've made their appointment and they have their appointment. And so we're preparing packets for them to show up. The very first thing is bring your comps. Although those appraisers through the appraisal review board also have the same information, bringing those comps with you and showing at least 6 that have sold in your area, especially if there's a discrepancy in the proposed value plus the comps that have sold. The second thing is photos. So if you don't have wood floors and you don't have granite and stainless steel appliances and your fence is falling down, bring photos of all those things. If all of the sales around you have updated bathrooms and updated kitchens and you don't, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Bring those pictures. And the third thing is estimates. So if you get some estimates from your local flooring company and your granite repair people and things like that show, okay, this is going to cost $20,000 to do a new bathroom, $40,000, whatever you're looking at, bring those estimates in. For a new fence, bring those estimates in and show them with your pictures. Here are the estimates to do those. Then you're going to have a lot more room for them to come down.
Okay, I should have asked you this first. So the way the appraisal district appraises your house is based on
recent sales.
Recent sales, okay.
So they go back January 1st of 2017 through about March 31st, 2018. So they're looking at about a year and a half worth of comparables. So I can tell you that the one that was denied and the report that we got back, I went through each comp that they sent over, and they're really looking at similarities in bedrooms and bathrooms. So they're really trying to compare apples to apples. I will tell you, in the 12 years I've been in Collin County, the county's pretty good at assessing value. They're very accurate when it comes to value. So when I'm doing comps for somebody, I feel like the value's right. Here's where they may fall short, is not knowing that you haven't done the updating that everyone else has already done.
Okay, and that's going to be my other question, was how accurate are they? You answered that one.
Yeah.
How do I find the comps?
So Texas is a non-disclosure state, so we actually do not disclose sales prices online. So if you go to a third-party website like a Realtor.com or a Zillow, you're not going to see sold prices. You might see what they call our estimates, but you won't see sold prices. So you'll need to contact an agent to actually find out what things have sold for.
Okay, this will be a very amateur question, but I'm sure you get it. How accurate is Zillow?
Oh, not very accurate at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Zillow is actually paid for by real estate agents who are looking for leads. And so it's really not an accurate website. They don't tend to update quick enough, and they obviously don't put the sold prices because we don't disclose those.
Okay, but you can go to the Collin County Appraisal District website.
You can.
And find what they valued, what they appraised every house at, though, right?
You can. So you could look at your neighbors. Yeah, you could look at your neighbors and see what your neighbors is assessed at. And if theirs is exact same as yours and it's assessed lower, you could take that in. But you have to remember, if you've done an outdoor patio extension or you've put in a pool and they don't have a pool, those things are going to increase your property value.
Okay, because I did that.
Yeah. So did you take a permit out and they know it's there?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, I've never protested.
Okay.
But I have looked, and my house in my neighborhood, which is a Lennar neighborhood, so there's like 6 different models of homes.
Right.
And my house appraises for about $35,000 more than any other house in the neighborhood.
Okay.
I mean, any other house in the neighborhood.
Do you have a pool?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But that includes other houses that have pools.
Okay. And did you recently put the pool in?
No.
Okay. So was it there when you bought it?
No.
Okay.
It's been there for 6 years.
Okay. So you may need to protest your taxes. You may need to protest. The one thing that they did last year was they really increased land value last year. It went up significantly. And that is the one part you can't protest is land value. So that's kind of how they went last year to increase the value without getting a whole lot of movement, was because you can't protest that.
Is the deadline May 15th every year?
It's a little earlier this year. So they did 30 days. So 30 days is May 15th because they went out April 13th. And so they assumed 2 days. Everybody got it within 2 days. So that this year it's May 15th.
So we're recording this in 2018. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that in 2025 people will be listening
Still
to this.
listening.
So is it right around
30 days usually? So you always get them sometime in April, and then you can protest. Last year it was until June 1st. So they have shortened the window a little bit. So just be more aware of that. And you do need to do a online request. So go online and fill out your request. You can also show up at the courthouse and with your proof and do that before the 15th and not have a formal appointment. But if you are rejected and they decline to reduce yours, you can then ask for a formal hearing with the Appraisal Review Board.
So there is a chance I can just do everything online and not ever have to see a human being.
Absolutely. You can. And if they don't accept it there, then you can make your appointment. But you have to do that before May 15th.
Okay, great. How often over the past, you've been in real estate
20 years? Yeah.
How often has that process changed? Is it basically the same process?
Yeah, it hasn't really changed. So I just think that we've had such a boom in Collin County, and so we've gradually seen our property values go up. And it gets more and more difficult for a lot of families to be able to afford to stay in those houses because their taxes are making their payments uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Well, I've often thought about that as I get closer and closer to paying my house off.
Right.
I've still got taxes.
Exactly. I mean, those taxes, they can hurt people. And so don't forget to file your homestead, because your homestead helps keep that down a little bit. And then if you're over 65, filing your over 65 exemption will help freeze your school taxes as well. And that's where the majority of our tax money goes, is to the schools.
No, I have done the homestead. The homestead is incredibly easy to do.
Incredibly easy.
Does it ever expire?
No, you only have to do it once. I'm always shocked how many people do not have the homestead filed on their homes when I go to list their homes, and I notice that they don't have the homestead filed. So what I do with all of my past clients is every year I remind them, file your homestead. Here's the application. Here are the steps. Super easy to do.
Well, do you understand why they don't?
No one tells them to do it. They don't know to do it. And
they don't know to do it. And then you can be like me and just be really not just lazy about it, but just
forgetful.
I just don't want to deal with government.
Well, and it's really easy. You go online and you do it. You will get, when you move into a new home, you get a lot of mail, and it says, let us file it for $35. Let us do this. It is a free service that you do. You do not need to pay anyone to do it. Go online at the county and download the application, fill it out, and send it in.
Trust me, if I did it, anyone can do it, because I just as soon just go ahead and pay the extra money and just not have to hassle with it.
$35, yeah.
But no, it's very easy to do, very simple to do, and everyone should do it.
Yes.
And everyone probably should, in my position, go ahead and protest their...
What does it hurt to protest?
Yeah.
At least do it online.
Well, especially if you have reason to. I'm not suggesting that you should just protest every year, but
there
if you
are
have
people
reason
who
to,
protest every year just to see if they can get a little bit of something. So there's nothing wrong with that. But if you really do have some things that need to be done to your house, and your house does not look like the comparables around you, then go ahead and protest those taxes. And then the other thing I would tell you is start making some updates. Start doing some things. Enjoy those. Pick one thing a year. Pick a granite countertop. Pick some new appliances. Pick the new floor. Do some of those updates, because if you want to sell your house for top dollar, people are expecting those to already be done.
We're going to do another episode about things you can do to your house.
Okay.
To
get the biggest bang for your buck. Yeah.
Because I do have some questions about colors of cabinets and stuff like that, and colors of appliances and things like that. So we'll do another episode on that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you so much for the information. And how can people get a hold of you?
They can call me at 214-662-9308 or find us online at the McCartyGroupRealtors.com.
And once again, those phone number and the website will be on the show notes. And Kim is a wealth of knowledge, and I would encourage you, and you may not want me to do this, Kim, but I would encourage you, if you're listening, if you have any questions about real estate, even if you're not thinking about selling your house or you're not buying a new house, give Kim a call. She'll let you know what you need to do.
Call us and let us see if we can help you.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Local community-based podcasts offer a very cost-effective method of marketing. If you'd like to promote your business or service to the Allen Fairview community, just contact Mark Friedman at 214-250-1633 or log on to the contact page at alleninaction.com. That's www.alleninaction.com.